Hey guys, my name is Simeo, and today I want to do another Did You Know style of video for Rainbow Six Siege. This has been something that you guys have been asking for quite some time now, and so just to jump on in here, did you know that you can get a cheeky grenade kill on the roof of Border? So the way that it works is that if the enemy is defending in the office area, you can make your way on over to the rooftop where the dome is located that has a bunch of windows. If you mosey on over to the one that we're looking at right now, if you throw a grenade at the knob, the lower knob of that chandelier, it will either bounce to the left where the hatch is located, or it will bounce over to the right, kind of directly behind where the wall reinforcements are. And so what's great about this spot is that if anyone's defending in that location on defense, which happens constantly if they're in the objective room and office, they're not going to see this coming. No one's going to expect a grenade to all of a sudden land at their feet, especially at the start of the round, and you could potentially get a very fun, humiliating kill. Now, of course, this can be countered by Jaeger, and I also fully admit that it is quite situational. You're probably not going to have this opportunity every single time, and even if you do get a grenade exactly where you want it to be, a person isn't always going to be there. But if you are playing as Sledge, or if you are playing as Buck, or someone just who has grenades, I highly recommend that you give this a try. Aim at the knob, kind of situate yourself a little bit to the left of that hole, throw it at that knob itself, and while it probably will take some trial and error, it will take some practice for you to get it to the spot where you want it to go, it's an amazing way at taking down your enemy and surprising them with a nice fireball. The next thing is that did you know that there's an Easter egg on canals where there's a person in the containers? If you make your way on over to the construction spawn and you're playing as Ash using her grenade launcher, if you fire it at these orange containers back here and you listen carefully, you'll hear someone scream, "Get me out of here," and what is going on? Now, this was something that was pointed out to me by one of my viewers, and I had no idea this was a thing. I'm assuming this was in the game since the very beginning, but I simply did not know that this was possible, probably because who would ever shoot a breaching charge or use your grenade launcher on one of those containers? And so I thought this was really cool. It doesn't change the gameplay whatsoever, but I thought it was a sneaky little Easter egg that I thought you guys would enjoy. The next thing on our list is that if you're defending the basement on Hereford Base, you make your way on over to this container here, you'll notice that there is a wooden panel between them. If you use an impact grenade, if you're playing like Rook or really any operator that has access to that, you can blow out that wooden pallet there, and then if you go prone, you get a prime and great line of sight of the staircase itself. Now, anyone that goes down that staircase is going to have absolutely no idea you're there, and even if they do realize that they're there, they're not going to have an easy time trying to take you down. This is a great way at locking down that hallway and just locking down the staircase itself. Now, of course, this can be countered by the enemy team making their way on over into the locker section and then opening up that side wall with a Habana or a Thermite. But as long as they don't do that, or it's the start of the round, this is a fantastic spot to lock down when you are trying to anchor in this area. If you're playing as Rook, or if you just have someone on your team that has an impact grenade and you just want to sit there and camp out, I highly recommend that you give this a try. A lot of people don't take advantage of it, which I think is a shame because it really is a great defensive location. The next thing is that did you know that there's a lot of desks scattered around numerous maps that you can take advantage of that will allow you to hide from the enemy and make you practically invisible? So the one that we're showing off right now takes place on Consulate, in the Consulate office, where if once again you use an impact grenade to take care of the chair in front of you, you can then make your way underneath the desk, and as long as you angle yourself properly, you pretty much disappear to everyone that's looking directly at you. Now, I realize this may not have been the best demonstration because I'm looking at Rook. Rook's a big boy, and there's also that icon above his head, but I can guarantee if there was an enemy Cav or a Pulse or really smaller operator in there, it's going to be very challenging to find them. And so if you are roaming around the map and you want to catch the enemy by surprise because you know the enemy is going to be moving from this section on over towards the objective, I highly recommend that you give this a try. Now, it's not just exclusive to Consulate. You can find these on a wide array of different maps, and so basically just keep your eye out for these. If you see a desk and you see a chair in front of it, just throw that impact grenade down, and if you mosey on in, more often than not, you're going to be very difficult for the enemy to see. One thing that I thought more people knew about, but apparently it's not common knowledge, is that Rook's armor not only gives you, of course, more health, but it also allows you to bleed out longer. So if you are ever playing Secure the Area, and let's say the last two people, offense and defense, they both down each other, and they're both on the objective, the person on defense who has Rook's armor, as long as they're holding down the key that's going to stop the bleeding, they're going to win every single time. The bleed out effect takes significantly longer if you have Rook's armor. Now, in reality, is this going to have that much of an impact on the way that we play Rainbow Six Siege and mean the difference between winning and losing? Probably not, but in some cases, it absolutely can win you the round. As I mentioned, if you are playing Secure the Area and you ever come across that chance where both people are downed on the points, defense is going to win if you have a Rook, and if you know that that has a chance of happening, maybe you're more likely to play Rook on defense. This also means that if you know that someone has been downed on your team and they have Rook's armor, you know that you don't need to get on over to them as quickly as possible. They have a long time before they're going to bleed out, and so if you have to deal with an enemy that's in between you and them, that just gives you that time to do so. The last thing is that did you know, and I realize this is probably the stupidest did you know fact ever, is that if you're playing on Yacht and you're using a drone on the back part of it, you can actually use your drone to destroy the barricade. Now this, of course, will have absolutely no impact on the way that we play Rainbow Six Siege whatsoever. I just didn't even realize that it was possible until the other day. And so if you want to get your drone into the sub room, you don't have to roam around, you don't have to do anything fancy, you can go straight through that wooden barricade and you're good to go. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have any interesting facts or there's something in this game that you just discovered that you don't think a lot of people know about. Rainbow Six Siege is all about learning things. I'm constantly learning more things about this game every single day. And so if you have something that you think a lot of people could take advantage of, but not a lot of people are using right now, let everyone know down below. But yeah, guys, until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.